Hello guys, welcome to Data Warriors channel. In this tutorial, we will understand join basics and then inner join along with the practical examples. In our upcoming tutorials, we will try to cover left join, right join, and then full join along with the practical examples, guys, and some interview questions on the joins. And we are also going to cover cross join plus self join, which are less commonly used but important to understand. So let's start with join basics and inner join. What is a SQL joins, guys? An SQL join combine rows from two or more tables based on a related column between them. Okay. Then what is mean by this related column? Okay. Just consider this example. Employee table is there and then department table. Employee table having employee ID, name and department ID of the employee, and then department table having department ID, department name. Okay. So whenever, like, if we wanted to join these tables, two tables, then based on related column we will do. So related column means this department ID is the column here in the employee table, and we have department ID there in the department also. This is a related column or common column, guys. Based on this we can use a SQL joins. Okay. The next thing comes, why do we have to use the joins? Okay. Like if we have a requirement, like from the, like, our project, and we have to share employee details, okay, along with their department name, then we don't have department name in the employee table. It will be there in the department table itself, right? So that time we have to use a join on basis of related column, that is department ID, which is there in both the tables, and then we will with help of joins we can combine rows from these two different tables, and then we can share that data along with the employee and their department details. Okay. Now how we can use the joins? What is the join syntax? Yes, this is join syntax, guys. First we have to write select statement. Inside that, you column names from table 1 and table 2. Like t1 means table 1 alias we have used t1 dot column names, and then t2 dot column name, and from you will give table 1 means your left table 1 as this alias for the table t1. Okay. And then join type, which join you are using, that join type we have to give, and then join, then table 2, with which table you are joining, that first table with the table 2 as t2, and then on condition is there, on basis of which common column or related column we are doing this, table 1 dot common column from the table 1 equal to table 2 dot common column from the table 2. Okay, we'll try to understand with help of example. Okay. So join employee table with department table. So these two tables we have, employee and department table. So we have to join using the joins. How we will join? This is join query we have written. Select, then e dot employee ID means e is the alias name for employee table. Then first column e dot emp ID. Then comma another column name we are taking e dot name. Then comma e dot department ID, which we are going to read all columns we have to mention in the select class, and then d dot department ID, d for the department table as a alias name, then d dot department. Okay, from which table we are doing, we will give the first table name, that is employee, from employee as e is a alias name for employee table, and then join. So we are writing join, simply join, and then with which table we are joining this employee table, guys? Department. Yeah, department, another table name as d is a alias name for the department table. Okay, and on which basis we are doing this join? E dot means employee dot department ID, which is the common column between department and employee table, equal to d dot department ID. Okay, means what will happen, guys, whenever this department ID in the employee and department ID in the department table match, then it will combine that particular row. Okay, means this 101 a mole 1 will come, and then from department table department ID and department field name field will come with 1 and IT, because for department ID 1, what is the department name? IT. Then for Akash, department ID is 2, and what is the department? HR. So same way it will combine the rows. And on keyword, this on keyword is used to compare two tables values based on the common column, guys. Okay, let's see what is output we are getting after writing this joins query, performing the join. Yes, so this is output of our join query, guys. Okay, if you will observe this department ID 1, 2, 3, these are the first three rows as it is we got from the employee table. And then from here also, whenever like department ID is matching, that we have got department name against it, like same thing. But here if you will carefully observe, for department ID don't have any employees in the employee table, so that didn't came. And then this Shubham also having department ID null, so we don't have anything like null department ID in the department name table, right? So it is not came. The next thing, okay, then we will understand, guys, types of SQL joins, like at high level, because we are going to mainly focus on inner join in this tutorial. Okay, so these are basically Venn diagrams for the SQL joins, guys. So there are inner join. So inner join, what it does, it returns matching rows from both tables, guys. Like whenever common column values will match in both tables, it will return those matching rows. Means if this is a table 1, table 2, this returns matching rows. And then left join, all rows from left it will return plus matching rows from right. Like all data from the left table and then matching rows from the right table. Right join, all rows from the right table and then matching rows from left table. All rows from right table and then matching rows from left table. And similarly full join, all rows from both of the tables. And then cross join and self join. We will try to understand this practically in upcoming tutorials. Okay, now we will understand what is the inner join, guys. Okay, so what inner join does, inner join returns only the rows that have matching values in both of the tables. Okay, means whenever that common column, relevant column, like department ID is the relevant column in employee and department table. So whenever the department ID from employee will match with the department ID from department table, then only it will return that row and it will combine that row. Like this is the first row came, right? Then second, department ID 2 is matching with department ID 2 in the department, so that whole row came, right? 102 Akash to HR. And then 3, department ID 3 is there in the department table, yes it is there, so that row came. Then null, any department ID with null is there? No, we don't have anything department with the null, so that row didn't came. And then if we'll check, it will cross check this department ID 4 also with the employee table. Any employees we have with the department ID 4? No, guys. So that's the reason that 4 and marketing department information also didn't came, because inner join only returns the rows that have matching values in both of the tables. Yes, and this is the query. How we will write inner join? Select column names from both of the tables which we are taking with respect to their alias names, and then from this table employee table 1 will come as E, alias name will mention, and then inner join. Here join type is inner join we are writing, and then department another table with whom we are joining the table as D, and on which basis we are doing, common column will be department ID, so E dot department ID is equal to D dot department ID. Yes, so this inner join we are writing, guys, but by default what happens, if you are not learning inner join also, only join keyword, then by default join keyword returns the inner join, guys. Okay, and this query when we will write, this result of above query will be this. Okay, So let's try to understand like with help of some practical examples. Okay, so we are going to do these two questions, guys. First, we will try find all customers who have placed at least one order. So for this, we have two tables inside a sales schema, customers and orders. So what we have to do? We have to find all customers who have placed at least one order, guys. So first we will read data from both the tables. Select star from sales is a schema, so sales dot customers, and then select star from sales dot orders. Hmm. First read all the data from customers table. Yes, customer ID, customer name, and email we have, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then orders table having data of orders, their order ID, customer ID, and then order name. So if you will carefully observe, guys, customer ID is the common column between customer and orders table, right? There in the customers also customer ID, right? Yes. So here, if we are to find out the customers who have placed at least one orders, means if they place the orders, their customer ID will be there in the orders table. Then what type of join we have to use here? Inner join. Only the matching records from orders table for those customers we will take, right? So use select, then here asterisk from now, for now, then select star from sales dot customers we will write. Then as alias name we have to give C for the customers, and then all columns from the customers table, guys, C dot customer ID comma C dot alias name dot customer name we will take, then comma C dot email we will take. Okay, and after that we will use inner join, with which table we have to perform, with sales dot orders table as orders. Oh, and then which columns we are going to take from the orders table, guys? Let me retrieve column names. Yes, here we will retrieve order ID, O dot order ID, and then O dot order date. We won't take customer ID, guys, because it is already we have took from the customers table, and we don't want that same column again. Yes, and then after that you have to mention on which basis we are doing, which is the related column, this customer ID. So here you have to mention C dot, means customers dot customer ID equal to O dot customer ID. Okay, this is our final join query, guys. Then whenever we will run this, what we will get? We will get all customers who have placed at least one order. Let me execute. Yes, these are the customers whose ID 1, 2, and 3. So if you will carefully observe, some customer names are coming twice, thrice, or twice. Why? Because this order ID is unique, 101, 102. They have multiple orders. And the next question, guys, find customers along with their total number of orders. So we want the customer details from customer table. Yes, and then their total number of orders we have to see from the orders table, against that one customer ID. So this, if you will observe the earlier result of these all customers who have placed at least one orders. So this customer ID, customer name, email, and then names are coming twice or like thrice. Why they have multiple order. So same inner join only we have to do to check their count of orders. So same query we will paste here. Okay. Now we have to get the total number of orders against each customers. So this customer ID, customer name is the details of customer that we will take, Other columns we can remove. Okay, yes. And then one more thing we have to remember, if we are looking for the total number of orders, means these order IDs are like, for Amit, two orders IDs are there. So we have to use count of order ID on this table result. Like, let me run. Here I will give order ID also from the O dot order ID from the orders table, and then if I am running this, I am getting customer ID, customer name, and their order IDs. 101, 102 means two orders ID for Amit. So what we have to do now, here O dot order ID, I am going to use count function. Count is the aggregate function. Count of order ID as a, we will say, total orders. Total orders. But if we are using count or any aggregate function in the select class, we have to use a group by clause to group the data for using the aggregate functions. So we will use group by after join operation. And which columns we can use a group by? This customer ID and customer name, because two times it is there. So you will use a group by, once it will come, and against it how many orders IDs are there, that it will count as a total orders. Okay. So simply select c dot customer ID dot, means from customer table, customer ID, customer name we are taking, then count of orders ID we are taking from orders table, and we are grouping the data. Whatever we are providing the select, that only we are using in the group by, that we are aware. And then as total orders from the customers table, as C inner join, we are joining with the orders table. Whenever customer order, sorry, customer ID in the orders table and customer ID in the customers table will match, that is performing the joins. Let me run. Amit has two orders, Priya has two, and then Rahul has three. Let's verify the result. Yes, Amit two orders, Priya two, Rahul three. So if we have last table also, so this way whenever we will do, then we will get the result, guys. Thank you, guys. We'll see you in the next session.